Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from the World Whiskey Society. This is their Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished in Mizunara Oak Shochu barrels, coming in at a 52% ABV, 6-year age statement. Now for full disclosure, this bottle was sent over for review purposes and for us to take a look at, so just keeping that transparency open. So I'm a huge nerd when it comes to spirits being aged in unique casks. This is actually being sourced from Bardstown, and we know a mash bill containing 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley, being 6 years old, and being aged in Mizunara casks that once held Shochu. And I really love what Mizunara can do to a whiskey. It usually brings in a soft, subtle spice notes, almost cedar or sandalwood quality to it. And I've actually had the pleasure of reviewing a few Shochu as well, because they are such a unique spirit we don't see a lot of here in the United States. So I definitely took the opportunity to learn a little bit about Shochu in general, and I've had a great experience with that as well. So I'm curious what those two products being aged together and then throwing in a 6-year-old bourbon to the mix of things and what's going to come out at the end. So let's find out together. Today we're going to be trying it two different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add just a drop of water, see if anything changes up. I love that topper though. Man, look at that. The suit of armor, the samurai top on that. As far as I can tell, they're actually going to be doing a series of different tops as well. Like they have another one we're going to be reviewing has a unicorn top. They have some other suits of armor as well. So just keep an eye out. It's part of their collection. This one here is actually bottle number 802 of 1,500 bottles. So kind of a collector's piece on top of things. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hang around for a bit. I do have the opportunity to review some other things from the World Whiskey Society. And when those are live, they'll be linked up above and down below, so you can check those out as well. Oh yeah, man, that's got some weight to it too. Oh, it's already jumping out of the bottle. Oh, I'm excited. Good pour here. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice light golden color, kind of like a almost honey-like. Beautiful. All right, let's go for notes. Ooh, that is cool. So, beautiful spice going on here. Because you're getting both the rye spice, but you are picking up the Mizunara just a little bit on the nose here. And for me, Mizunara tends to pull across as a subtle spice note, sometimes like a cedar or a sandalwood kind of soft oak note, but there is a spiciness in there. And you are getting a little bit of what reminds me of a Shochu, kind of a rice funk to it, but it's not off-putting. It's very sweet. The corn layers are beautiful in here. Oh man, that is just lovely to smell because you're getting the classic notes right up front. The caramel, vanillas, the bit of almost butterscotchy, little pepperiness in there as well. And then you're getting a bit of spice layer from the Mizunara. That's the wood spices, along with a little bit of a cinnamon. And I am getting definitely that sandalwood cedar quality going on. And then a nice light floral rice coming from that Shochu as well. There's no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. That is unique, and I like it. Let's go for a taste. Oh, that's good. Ooh, there it is. Oh. So right up front, very classic Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Getting that corn sweetness in there, a little bit of dustiness going on with it. And then you're getting that bit of rye and the barley in here as well. Vanilla, caramel, that bit of oak is going on. And then just out of the right lane comes this big old burst of the spice coming from that Mizunara and that little bit of floral coming from that Shochu. That is unique. I'm really digging it. And the great thing is, if you're not used to those other profiles of Mizunara and Shochu, you're still getting a majority of it being that classic bourbon whiskey. And then you're just kind of followed up by this unique, different profile to it. Beautiful mouthfeel on it. That floral that is coming off of this one. No ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. Coats the palate beautifully and really hones in that cask. Sometimes when you see a unique finishing on there, it's either going to make or break the whiskey, or it's just such a small profile to it, you really don't notice it. I will say, this is a definite impact to that whiskey. That is beautiful. Little waxiness as well on there. I love that. That is definitely something that you want to sit down and explore with somebody. Just because I feel like you could really just sit here and pick it apart even more than what I am. All right. Let's add a little drop of water. See what changes up here. I don't even know where to begin on what to think water is going to do to this one. Got high hopes. I didn't get a drop in there. Just one little drop. There we go. And again, I love the linger. That spice layer is lingering so well with that bit of Mizunara going on. All right, let's go for notes on the water version. Very similar. But I will say on the neat version, I am finding a bit of pear now. There is a slight fruity pear going on. Little fruity sweetness going in there as well. The floral's coming out a little bit more on the water version. Just peeking through. That is nice though. Still getting the spice layers, you're still getting the oak and the Mizunara going on. The corn dustiness I was getting on the neat version is kind of subdued as well. You're getting more just nice, subtle, sweet corn notes. And if anything, the bit of Kentucky whiskey is definitely being a little more prominent, but that floral note from the Shochu is showing up as well. Let's go for a taste. Wow. Whoa, that's changing up. You're getting a lot more spices going on here. The corn sweetness is there. You're getting a bit more of the Shochu kind of rice funk on the taste. I don't think that's bad at all. It's just got a little bit more floral, and it reminds me of walking into a floral shop where it's getting a little strong, like almost if you walked too close to the fresh flowers and you get this big old burst of whoa, but then it tames itself out because you're acclimated to it. It's good too. There's a bit of nuttiness in there. It's giving me like almost the Jim Beam nuttiness going on. But then you get into those classics, the caramel, the vanilla, the oak layers. And then here in the finish, the Mizunara spice is kind of lost a bit. And that's no argument against it. That tends to happen of finding something such a subtle, soft note as Mizunara can get washed away. But the Shochu is showing up a bit more on the taste from it. It's a little more floral. And again, I'm getting a little bit of that rice funkiness going on. I'm finding the pear on the taste over here now. Pear skins. But all the complexity of that Mizunara cask with that spice and the sandalwood and cedar notes and that Shochu. It is really prominent over here now. As always, it doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. That is a unique experience whiskey to sit down and pick apart. This isn't bad at all. I think it did a pretty good job holding up to that drop of water. It does lose out on some of the Mizunara characteristics, but again, that's kind of expected, but that's actually really solid as well. All right, let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. So, according to their website, they're selling this for about $125. However, I have also seen some stores around the Kentucky area selling this for about $86, $87. And to be honest, I always take into consideration a unique cask. Mizunara is not a cheap wood to work with. On top of that, it was used to hold Shochu. So they found a Shochu company they wanted to work with, use their barrels to finish all this. And that takes process. You know, I will say that obviously, as always, the cheaper you can get this, the better. But I don't think $100-ish is a bad asking point. It's got an age statement. We know a mash bill. We love that kind of transparency. They're telling us where they're sourcing this from. They're telling us what kind of barrels they're using. And again, being that it's not only a Mizunara, but it's also used to hold Shochu is really cool. The flavors come across. It's not just a gimmicky style going on. And I give that credit. So I think this is a solid pour. If you get the opportunity to try it, do I recommend it? Heck yes. If you get the opportunity to buy it, would I recommend it? If you're okay with some unique barrelings, I'd give it a try. I think it's well worth the asking price personally, just because it is such a unique expression of a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey that has got this beautiful twist on things. I really like this one. And again, big thank you to the World Whiskey Society for sending over this sample for us to take a look at today. If you're interested in picking yourself up a bottle or learning more about the company, a link will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. So yeah, there you have it, folks. World Whiskey Society Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished in Mizunara Oak Shochu barrels. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might